Good evening. I'd like to call this regular meeting of the Bolingbrook Village Board order. I'd like to begin with the pledge to our flag. Jason Cam, would you like to lead us to pledge the flag? Come up here, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Claire.
Here.
Trustee Zarate.
Here.
Trustee Lawler.
Here.
Trustee Watts.
Here.
Trustee Hoagland.
Here.
Trustee Morales. Trustee Jaskowitz.
Here.
Trustee Morales said he'd be here shortly. Approval of the minutes, the regular meeting of May 8th. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion trustee Lawler, second trustee Zarate. Questions or comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Minutes stand approved. Approve the agenda. Mr. Bowen,
There are no additions or corrections this evening.
is there a motion to approve the agenda as published?
So moved.
Motion
Second.
Trustee Watts, second trustee Zarate. Any other comment? Hearing none. The agenda is approved. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The agenda is approved. We have no boards of commission this evening. The reports of officers, a couple things before we get into our awards. First of all, for many of our residents, I'd like to convey my greetings and best wishes to all of our Muslims in Bolingbrook, particularly those living in Bolingbrook. There's a lot will be in town visiting our two mosques over the next several weeks, and more than that, actually. For the holy month of Ramadan, Bolingbrook has two mosques. One is Islamic, and one Islamic school of Furqan Academy. Every year Ramadan is over, I am invited to go to Eid al-Fitr prayer, where I read a proclamation and congratulate the Muslim community for their past 30 years of involvement here in Bolingbrook. For several years, prayers were held at the Park District and then at the golf club when it was built, and now they have adequate room in their mosques. I'd like to wish all Muslims a happy Ramadan, and also I'll be presenting the proclamation for Eid at the end of Ramadan. Anybody that's interested in details on that, please feel free to contact my office, or, well, maybe post it on the internet, I'm not sure. John, John, where are you? I saw you walk. Come on over here, please. This coming Monday is Memorial Day, and we have had Memorial Day services here for, well, many, many, many years. And we are somewhat unique in our Memorial Day services. We actually have three. And that's because we have two cemeteries and our memorial out front. So we make it a point to visit both the two cemeteries, and then we come here to Village Hall. And John, I noticed that there's some, John's the VFW commander? Commander. What did you guys, gentlemen, do this past weekend?
What it was is we have a Boy Scout troop that we sponsor. It's a joint effort with the VFW and the American Legion right here in Bolingbrook. And when we were out doing poppies, the Boy Scouts put the crosses to remind you of Memorial Day coming up. A lot of people come up and try to say Happy Memorial Day, but a Memorial Day is a sad day where we honor our fallen comrades, and especially those that gave their lives in combat.
And the first service is?
First service is at 9:30. That's the cemetery on Royce Road there, Boardman.
Boardman Cemetery. You go off 53, if you go west on Royce, or off Weber Road, go east on Royce, probably about in the middle. You'll see Paxton Drive, and if you turn left there, it's immediately on the corner. It's the Boardman Cemetery. The streets in that neighborhood are named after people that are buried there, many settlers here back, 50, 100 years ago. That's at 9:30. It's a fairly brief service, but there is a service there.
And then at 10 o'clock, we move over to Barber's Corner.
That's Hillcrest. Up there.
Hillcrest.
That's the one next to the fire station on Weber Road, directly across from Ashbury's, the 9-hole golf course. Again, it's a relatively brief service, but we have veterans buried at both those cemeteries, and we want to honor their memory for their service to our country.
And It's a special one this year there because of a very close friend of mine and a very close friend of the village. Leroy Brown is buried there.
That's true, and then we were coming here, again, mentioning Leroy, we built a Vietnam memorial out front this last year, and it was dedicated November 11th. Initially, the speaker was to be Deputy Mayor and Village Trustee Leroy Brown, who served this community for 25 years as trustee, 17 years as deputy mayor, and unfortunately passed this last November. And we dedicated the Vietnam Memorial in his memory, and when in fact he was supposed to be the gentleman at that service dedicating the memorial as a memorial, and of course passed before he could do that. Tomorrow, actually, we're going to be putting in place a plaque commemorating Leroy and his service in front of the memorial, along with a plaque by a tree we planted out front near the memorial, which is a oak tree, because Leroy would be best equated to the mighty oak.
Mighty.
Right.
So everybody will see those Monday morning at 11 o'clock. The service is here at the Village Hall. And at that service, again, I've never seen one like it. The names of people in Bolingbrook that served, that are no longer with us, or close relatives of those people here in Bolingbrook, those names are read by a group of 20 people.
20.
20 people from the village here. The ceremony itself has been put together by a lot of people, to include Boy Scouts, American Legion, VFW, Girl Scouts, our village clerk, Carol Penning, who's takes a lot of the stuff and puts together for me behind the scenes. But there's a lot of people involved. And at 6:30 on Monday morning, we'll be putting up the Avenue of Flags. That's when you see, pull out of here, you see the white poles up. Those are people that we've gotten flags from, and we'll have the cross with the names and the branch of service.
And across, I noticed they're different color. Would you explain those?
Okay, up at the memorial itself, we'll have a cross to represent the Army. We'll have one to represent the Air Force, the Navy, the Marine Corps, and the Coast Guard. And if you see one out there with a gold cross out there, that's one that was killed in combat. And we also have one up for those that are still missing, because we still support the POW MIA program, looking for veterans in other countries where their loved ones can have a closure to their remains.
And again, the services at 9:30.
9:30, 10
10,
o'clock,
and
and
then
11
11.
right here at the village.
That 11 o'clock service will generally last about 45 minutes, but we'd like to see a nice turnout. Typically, we'll see 350 people in a town of 76,000. I'd rather see 3,000, but I understand there's lots of things going on. And this year, I'm going to just tell you now, John, I have a 3.5-year-old granddaughter in San Diego who's asked for me to join her this long weekend, so I will be in San Diego. Deputy Mayor Mike Lawler will be representing me at the service itself.
I might want to add, too, up on the hill, they do it every year for us. I'd like to especially point them out, is the Bolingbrook Police Department, Honor Guard, and Fire Department. And thank you very much for helping the support on that.
Thank you, John. Next, we have some awards to present for Arbor Day poster contests, and I see a lot of young faces here tonight. Hopefully, they're all going to win something. So, Barbara Ann Parker from Beautification Commission will be chairing this, representing Phyllis Rosario, who is the chair of that commission.
Yeah, I'm by myself. This year, we had 189 entries, and the 20 winners are up here displayed. We're going to do our coloring pages first, because they're our youngest group. And for the 3 to 4-year-old, first place was Dominic Judice, but we're also going to call up his brother, who was in the 5 to 6-year-old, who won 3rd place, Dean Judice.
bet you live on Foxborough, don't you? Yep. But you wonder how I knew? Right there. All right. You're Dominic? Which one's yours? Up here. Okay. Push it around so you get a little FaceTime on TV. Here, right here. Turn around. There you go. How old are you? Well, I need my mic. That's what I need. You're 4. How old are you?
4,
And you are?
7,
How long did it take you to do this? Hour? 2 days? Okay. There's your poster. How long did it take you?
1 hour.
1 hour. You timed it. Okay. What we have for you, Dean, a 2018 coloring page, 3rd place winner, Dean, and you get a gift card from Target for
They're all different amounts.
all different amounts, so it's kind of a surprise. On the way in, you may want to check to see what you got before you go. And, well, you get a gift card too. Congratulations, guys. Okay.
In the 3 to 4 age category, 2nd place winner is Jack DeBoer. Jack here?
Jack here?
No.
Okay.
3rd place in the 3 to 4-year-old, we have Addis Leiterer. And Alice is here.
Alice, come on down. You painted this, didn't you?
Yeah.
How old are you?
4.5.
How old?
4.5.
4.5. 4.5. How long did it take you?
1 day.
1 day. Come over here. Okay. Well, there's your certificate for 3rd place winner, and there's your gift card in the back. Congratulations.
And 4th place for the same category is Charlie Chow, but I didn't see him come in.
Charlie?
Charlie? Okay, in our 5 to 6-year-old 1st place winner, we have Brian Segura. And Brian is here.
Here, Brian.
Just Brian won.
Oh.
He needed reinforcements.
Oh, okay. And you are?
Diego.
You're here to help? How old are you?
6.
How long did it take you?
1 day.
1 day. There's your certificate. Here is your gift card. You came just for the gift card, didn't you? There you go. Welcome. Here, we can shake and give it. There you go. Congratulations.
In the 5 to 6-year-old 2nd place is that Vladimir Mora, but I didn't see him come in. And then in 4th place, 5 to 6-year-old, we have April Pakacho.
We're going to have a lot of gift cards, aren't we?
Well, I'll send them to them.
I know.
They get them. Okay, in our age group of 7 to 10-year-olds, we have 2 different categories. In our first one, we have Lindsay Jimenez Hustapa, and Lindsay's here.
Lindsay, they're supposed to be in order, but that's not you. And that's not you. Where are you here? Oh, you got the big ones over here. Okay. Don't want to tear it. So, what did you draw there? Or paint?
A tree with the earth on it.
That's the earth. Very nice in the oceans. How old are you?
10.
How long did it take you?
3 days.
3 days? Okay. We have a certificate for you. First place. And a gift card. Congratulations.
Second place in the same category, Jessica Garcia.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi. 9.
9. Where do you go to school?
BJ Ward.
You like it?
Yeah.
Now, this is very clever. Diversity in the forest. And how did you come up with that?
I made it look like a forest.
Well, different kinds of trees. Yeah. Okay. Very nice. And, wait, gift card. There's your Target gift card. Congratulations. Wait.
Same category, third place winner is Emily Zapara. I didn't see her come in. Okay. Same category, we have a fourth place winner, Emmanuel Brown. In our category 2, we have a first place winner, Yarada Gonzalez.
Is it yours? What is this? What are we playing? Stump the mayor tonight or what? I mean, I think we. All right, again, diversity of the forest. How long did it take you?
1 day.
How long?
1 day.
1 day. Where do you go to school?
BJ Ward.
You like it there?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Where's the? There's no gift card. Oh, so it's different. This is either we need to up the gift card amount or something here. I don't know. There you go. Congratulations.
In the same category, second place winner is Amanda Rodriguez.
Right in the middle. Okay. Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
See yourself on TV. How old are you?
9.
4-1, 4-2, train stop. What is that?
It's a train.
It is a little funny, but I thought I thought maybe it was a bus. But you do say train stop. Okay. All right. This is risky business here, folks. What is that?
A road.
It's a road.
Show it to the engineer.
Are those speed bumps?
Yes.
Must be James Avenue. And there is your gift card. Bye-bye.
Our third place winner is Bella Asancio, but I didn't see her come in. Okay. Same category, fourth place winner, Angelo McMahon. Now, our first place winner in our older group is Arabella Zabuth, and she's here.
Well, look at you. Nice little dress, red dress there. So, how long did it take you?
About like 30 minutes.
You mean like 3 hours and 30 minutes? Just 30 minutes?
Yeah.
How old are you?
9.5.
Well, congratulations. We have a gift card for you.
She was
This
judged
says
with
11
the
to 14.
older kids,
Oh, just,
because she was,
just older. Ignore that. Just older kids. Where's your gift card? Congratulations.
next, our second place winner is Heidi Taylor, and then her brother won third place, Walter Taylor.
Twofer. Heidi, you're first. I know those are birds and birdhouses. I'm not going to ask you. How long did it take you?
Well, 2 hours.
Good. Good. Turn around. You're going to see yourself up there. You like that? All right, it's enough. Where do you go to school?
I'm homeschooled.
Oh, you are? Well, then you must like it.
Yes.
Okay, Walter, it's your turn. Tell me about your picture.
It's a whole bunch of kids climbing on a tree. I was climbing on, and they changed it in like the fall. In fall.
It's in the fall.
Yeah. In fall.
What were you saying?
Well, it's all like me and my brother and my baby, the babies of the family, the twins.
So it's a family picture.
Oh yes. It's just the 4 little ones. This one.
All right, I give up. Wait, you gotta get a gift card. There you go, Heidi. You like to have fun, don't you?
Yes.
And then our fourth place winner in that contest is Tia Kulkarni. And are you coming up?
Tia?
Well, her
Are you Tia, John? Hmm? And you are
Tia's great uncle.
great uncle.
Right, she's here going to school from India.
Wow. Great uncle means you're generally old.
Not really.
Well, she did a very nice job. That's very well done. Too bad she couldn't be here. Now, I want this gift card to get to Tia.
I'll try. Thank you.
All right, I'd like to thank my poster contest committee. They put in an extra hard work on the beautification Arbor Day celebration. And I also want to give a shout out to BJ Ward because they did a special program in their after school care and a lot of kids participated this year. So thank you everyone and congratulations to all the winners.
Barb, I think you've got one more out there.
Is anybody else here? That one?
You came in late.
Ah,
We have April here.
Okay.
come over here. How old are you?
Why?
Look up the TV up there, April. There you go. See yourself? Where do you go to school?
Tibet.
You like it? You nervous? Okay. There's your poster. There's your gift card. Congratulations.
Anybody else come in that didn't get their award? All right, thank you again. Congratulations to all the winners.
Okay. One other thing I'd like to mention, this afternoon between 5 and 6, Amita, Bolingbrook Hospital had a demonstration of some robotic surgical equipment. And it was very, very fascinating to watch this demonstration. It's a $2 million piece of equipment, and it was a very thorough demonstration. And they actually had it set up so you could actually go in and operate these surgical instruments. And it was very impressive to see the kind of technology we're getting here at the hospital. And Bruce Christian, the administrator, had a chance to talk to him at great length, and they're looking to do a lot of expansion over the hospital, which we would welcome. It's been here now quite a while, and it's been a big asset to our community, and sometime hopefully they'll have another one of those demonstrations coming soon. Next, we have our regular agenda. If I can find it here, we have bill approval. Exhibit A, $644,325.33. Exhibit B, $148,816.08. Total of $793,141.41. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion trustee
Hoagland?
Hoagland, second trustee Lawler. Questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zarate?
Yes.
Trustee Lawler?
Yes.
Trustee Watts?
Yes.
Trustee Hoagland?
Yes.
Trustee Morales?
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz?
Yes.
Tax receipts, February 2018, state income tax, $622,970.88, corresponding to a year ago of $736,463.97, or a 15.41% decrease. March 2018 sales tax, $2,192,297.61, corresponding to a year ago of $2,089,750.82, or a 4.9% increase. March 2018 motor fuel tax, $167,954.34, corresponding to a year ago of $160,632.69, or a 4.6% increase. And March 2018 state administrative fee, $22,949.33. Again, that's the amount the state started withholding this year to help balance their budget. So they just stole it from the municipalities by taking a 2% cut of all sales taxes, leaving it up to us to find a way to replace those losses. But that's our General Assembly. First resolution this evening, the resolution authorizing the retention of Edelson PC and Ron Serpico PC as special legal counsel in connection with litigation related to the opioid crisis. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Motion trustee Lawler, second trustee Zarate. During this past year, many news outlets have highlighted the growing opioid epidemic. In fact, there was a business publication I was reading 2 days ago. There were like 6 articles in this one business publication. This is a business publication about the opioid crisis, so it's well beyond your typical medical journals. It appears that manufacturers and distributors of these drugs have contributed to the crisis by using deceptive, false, and unfair means of marketing these drugs. The abuse of these drugs has impacted most communities, especially public safety departments. The cost of providing police and fire ambulance responses to drug-related incidents has a direct impact on our village's budget. This resolution authorizes the village to join a growing list of municipalities taking action against these companies. The resolution retains the law firms of Edelson PC and Ron Serpico PC as special counsel for the village to recover costs and damages incurred by the village in dealing with the opioid crisis. The appointment is on a contingency basis. The village owes nothing unless there's a recovery. Other communities are doing this because we're fed up with what they're doing. That Business Journal had an article that doctors on prescriptions for opioids has dropped 10% in about the last year. And again, I think that's a direct result. They're realizing they were handing these things out in too large quantities. People would keep taking them. The drugs would sit around the house. Other people got into them. And the control has just not been what it should have been. So one way to get the attention of the medical manufacturing of drug products as well as doctors is basically it's kind of a class action lawsuit.
Yes, it will be.
And we're joining again on a contingency basis. Questions? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zarate.
Yes.
Trustee Lawler.
Yes.
Trustee Watts.
Yes.
Trustee Hoagland.
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz.
Yes.
The next resolution is approving the contract renewal with Synagro Central to provide biosolid management services. Is there a motion?
So move.
Second.
Motion trustee Morales, second trustee Watts. This resolution renews a contract with Synagro to provide biosolid waste management service for the village's 3 treatment plants, sewage treatment plants. Synagro has been providing the removal, transportation, and land application of sludge for the village for 20 years. This contract is for 5 years. The prices for the first 2 years is $455,000 a year. After that, the price is subject to annual consumer price index increases in years 3 to 5. Public Service Committee has reviewed this and recommends approval. Questions? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zarate.
Yes.
Trustee Lawler.
Yes.
Trustee Watts.
Yes.
Trustee Hoagland.
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz.
Yes.
The next resolution is approving the purchase of a replacement sludge mixer from Exlium Water Solutions for the wastewater treatment facility number 1, which is on Royce Road. Is there a motion? Trustee Jaskowitz, second trustee
Second.
Lawler. This resolution authorizes the purchase of a replacement sludge mixer from Xylem. The mixture at Sewage Treatment Plant 1 is 32 years old. So I guess that's the life cycle of a sludge mixer.
I would say so.
Seems to be.
Actually, it's a lot longer than I would have guessed. Wait, I've been mayor 32 years. Are they tired of? That was too easy. Mixers are used to prepare sludge to be pumped from a holding tank to tanker trucks for removal. The cost is $24,512.98, and that, which is a budgeted amount. The Public Service Committee has reviewed and recommends approval. Anybody got a question about a sludge mixer? Was that, you raise your hand, Rick?
No.
No. Questions? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zarate.
Yes.
Trustee Lawler.
Yes.
Trustee Watts.
Yes.
Trustee Hoagland.
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz.
Yes.
The next ordinance has an accompanying planning commission report, approval of special use permit for a plan development with variances, final development plan and final plat of subdivision, Aspen Dental and Mod Pizza, and a future retail outlet at 215 through 221 North Weber Road. Dan, pronounce your name. Abdo. Glacier Corporation applicant. Met with Dan several times, but we don't use your last name, so I'm sorry about the pronunciation. The Planning Commission reviewed this, and this is their report. Every development has to have a Planning Commission review, and they put together a report recommending approval or disapproval. In this case, it's approval with variances. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion trustee Lawler, second trustee Zarate. Questions on the Planning Commission report? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. It's approved. Now we have the accompanying ordinance approving a special use permit for a planned development with variances, final development plan, and final plat of subdivision, Aspen Dental Mod Pizza and Future Retail, again on North Weber Road. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
Motion trustee Jaskowitz, seconded trustee Morales. Dan, why don't you come on up here while you're here, if you don't mind? You're all dressed up. What the heck? The Glacier Corporation is proposing, and you are the Glacier Corporation, correct? I mean, by yourself, that's it?
My partner and I. 22 years.
You gotta be sure to talk to the mic. I'll be back to you in a minute. They're proposing to subdivide an outlot on Weber Road in front of Meyer, very similar to what they just did on Meyer on the east side, where they just opened the building. In fact, we had a grand opening at Mod Pizza last Friday.
Yep.
Develop a 10,000 square foot commercial building. Lot 1 will be occupied by Aspen Dental, 3,500 square feet. Mod Pizza, their second location, will be 2,600 square feat and 3,900 square feet for future retail residents. Lot 2 will remain vacant. Again, what that Lot 3 that's vacant out the mall, correct?
Yes.
I mean, on Jane's.
Yes.
The petition also includes a request for a sit-down restaurant with extended hours, outdoor patio, and associated variances. The ordinance approves development. The Planning Commission reviewed and recommends approval. First of all, I've been asked a lot of questions this week. Chipotle.
Yes.
Got the right.
Yes.
When is Chipotle gonna open?
So they're under construction right now. My guess is probably 60 more days they'll be done.
Oh, another 2 months.
Yeah, probably be conservative. It might be less than that. They want to try to get open while the weather's still warm. Use the
Now, will they have outdoor cafe?
Yes, they will. We have a patio up the front corner for them as well.
How's Mod Pizza doing?
Very well. In fact, I got an email from the real estate director today saying that the store opened really strong, which is why they're even more excited about Weber Road.
Well, we had the grand opening on Monday or Friday, and we all had a chance to, those of us that could attend, had a chance to sample. There was a very large crowd there waiting to get in at 11 o'clock when it opened, and I'm glad to hear they're doing well. And in Mod Pizza, Mod stands for Made on Demand. And you literally go down the line and you can tell them whatever you can put, whatever ingredients you want, or 2 or 15.
Sure, you can make it however you want, pick a crust. It's kind of like the Chipotle version of pizza, where you kind of make your own things. So that fast casual concept. But
They don't deliver, do they?
They don't deliver. But I was really impressed with the build out. I have to say, it's one of their nicer, kind of higher tier build outs. They did a great job.
Well, that's a nice little place. And so Chipotle is already on the west side, so Aspen Dental is going to take a unit. Now, one of the reasons we need to approve this is because it's not a normal retail service. I mean, Aspen Dental, there's no sales taxes, and we like to restrict our shopping areas to retail generators. But I think everybody knows the retail world is changing dramatically with people buying things online and so on. And the stores that keep closing, like Lord & Taylor and all the sports stores, it's a continually evolving thing. So we have gone to the point we bring in, like Aspen Dental, bring people to the center. Excuse me, they may stop at Mod Pizza, they may shop at Meyer, or go to one of the other retail stores, but we want to get the place up and get their lights on.
Yeah, I mean, Aspen really helps drive the deal economically, and it's a traffic generator and another service to provide the Meyer customer and the Mod customer and the Chick-fil-A customer. So while I know they're not your typical retail taxpayer, they do serve a need to get these developments off the ground. And as the mayor was alluding to, definitely in today's climate, we pride ourselves on finding good national retail that stays for a long time and is sustainable. And they are one of them, despite the fact they don't pay tax. And I should add, and planning knows about this, and Matt, Mod is actually going to be 2,800 square feet. They went to a new prototype now, so they're going to be 200 feet bigger than you mentioned.
Oh, okay.
Technicality, but Matt knew that, and we're going for it in our approval. So.
I had a question I was going to ask you, broke my train of thought.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. Well, give me 2 minutes to think about it.
Sure, absolutely.
Questions?
No, I great success with Mod on the east side.
Thank you.
It's first class.
Thank you
When we
very
brought
much.
the plan in, it was designed so it faced the Meyer store. And I talked with Matt Eastman, our planner, and I said, you know what? Why don't you see if they'll flip it to face Weber? So people, when they drive by, they can see the storefronts, not the back with a sign across top. And that's the one thing about the promenade area where IKEA is. I wish we'd have required them to reverse that so we didn't see the back of Men's Warehouse and all those stores. Anyway, Dan gladly flipped it, and so you like it better?
Well, actually, the tenant said the mayor should be a developer because they said this is a better design, and it was. I mean, he made it's good, smart business common sense. I said, why aren't we doing this? So we flipped it, took it back to the tenants, and they loved it. So we actually brought the front where it should be, facing Weber.
Good.
It did work. That day, I talked to a resident who saw the crowd lining up, and she stopped there specifically because she saw the crowd from Janes Avenue. So she happened to win one of the free pizza awards.
Oh, that's great.
But she saw it, was driving by, and made a point to pull over and check it out.
Well, I'm glad you're pleased. I mean, we pride ourselves on doing high-quality projects, and always have been. I would only put in what I would want in my community, and so I'm glad to hear you're pleased. That touches me, so thank you.
Are you expecting the third space to be retail or more service-oriented, like the other ones?
Yeah, so we have Mod end capping one end, and Aspen will be end capping the other, and in the middle, we want it to be retail. I mean, we're really focused on finding retail, which was part of getting the variances and that to make sure we could bring in, we have the flexibility to bring in retail.
With it getting harder and harder to find retail, to find these, fill these spaces, what are some of the thoughts behind retail that you're looking at?
Well, the busy retailers today are the food retailers. There's a few service retailers such as cellular, but the busy retailers that are the welcoming retailers. I mean, we get calls from retailers I would never want in my community, and you guys don't want them either, but are the food uses, the fast casual uses. And so we wanted to make sure we could zone ourselves to bring in those type of uses because they are the active segment in the small shop category. So that's kind of where we envision it going. At least a portion, half or more, would end up being another food use to share with Mod. So that's probably where we envision it, with some service possibly, and another tax generating service retailer.
I think I've read this, you probably know too, that the people eating out continues to increase.
Does, absolutely, and it's more the fast casual customers that, such as the Mods or the Chipotles or the Noodles. I mean, those are really the drivers of the food category right now. The sit-down restaurants are sort of, pulling away a little bit. Not all, but just a little bit. So, we want to fill space. I mean, I've developed 120 shopping centers, and we pride ourselves on filling space, but filling it with retail that the community wants. So it's nice to have that flexibility.
So you don't expect that third space to be empty too long?
No, I do not expect it. We're being very aggressive. We deal with all the national retailers, and typically if we can get half or more of the center leased, that's enough to move the project forward. And in this case, we're at over half. We have about 37 to 3,800 feet in the middle, which is 35% of the center. And like we did we took a different approach on Janes and Boughton, where we did a two-phase building, so we wouldn't have a vacant building there. So it cost me more money to bring two services in, utilities, I mean, the whole thing. But now we have a pad that we can build for a future tenant, and they come to the when we find them. We feel once Mod and Chipotle open and they see the success of Mod and Chipotle, we'll build our phase 2 over at Janes. So yes, vacancy is not in our portfolio. So we're out there every day talking to all the national retailers.
Now, not every time, but many times when there's a new building built such as yours, people will say, well, why are you letting them build another building? Why don't you fill up some of those empty storefronts? And that's a very valid question. But if you really look at the situation, the Borders bookstore, for example, what's the square footage you think of it at Borders?
20,000 square feet.
And it's two-story?
Two-story, it's set back, it's
not what a Mod Pizza, that's not their game.
Yes.
And we keep hoping there'll be some retailers take some of those larger spaces, and some of them actually probably need to be subdivided, but owners of shopping centers aren't gonna subdivide until they got a tenant, so it's kinda like a chicken and the egg thing. People aren't gonna lease it until it's subdivided, and they wanna move in now, and it takes time to subdivide. So in some of those places, it's like I was asking somebody about the closed Walmart or Sam's Club in Woodridge, that's gotta be a tough hit for Woodridge, which it is, because Woodridge is not getting sales taxes. But I'm told that Walmart or Sam's Club's gonna be paying rent there for the next 7 years.
Oh, wow.
empty, right?
Empty, so the guy that owns the shopping center, he's getting his money,
Yeah.
or her.
But that's not good for the community. I mean, if they have a mid or big box vacancy, you're
Well,
just
that's where-
swapping one for the other.
Well, the Penny's is there also, right?
Right.
It closed, didn't it? They probably got a long-term lease too. Those places typically sign 10 and 20-year leases. So the people that own it are getting it, they're not having to plow the lot, in terms of like some of the maintenance.
Yeah,
So we get those issues come into play too.
yeah. Yeah, it's hard. You want to keep your vacancies full, and some of these tenants want to move. You don't want to create vacancies. So our first goal as developers is to find new tenants that we can bring to an area, as opposed to just pulling a tenant from another space, because you're just creating another vacancy. So,
Right? Other questions?
Do you have any other developments going on right now and in other cities and
Oh, I
other
have
communities?
6 or 7 going on.
What other communities are you?
Crestwood, we're building a new Chipotle center in South Holland. We just finished up a project in Elgin. We just finished a center in front of the Meyer in Flossmoor. And that started as a half-lease development, and now we're adding Jersey Mike's and a sports clip, so that's full. But it started and with 2 end caps, similar to what we're doing here.
Right.
Oh, where else? Where are we? In the city, we've got a project going on in Bridgeport. We just finished one up. I mean, we're all over. We've probably got 6 or 7 going right now. So.
No, that's good. Thank you.
Oh no, and mostly all the nationals. We deal with mostly all the small shop nationals. So a lot with Chipotle. Probably done 7 or 8 projects with Chipotle.
Anything else? Thanks, Dan.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Roll call vote,
Great
please.
information.
Trustee Zarate.
Yes.
Trustee Lawler.
Yes.
Trustee Watts.
Yes.
Trustee Hoagland.
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz.
Yes.
Next, we have an ordinance authorizing acceptance of a special warranty deed from Fiore Properties, Bolingbrook LLC, for right-of-way for future extension of St. Andrews Drive east of 53. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion trustee Lawler, second trustee Watts. In conjunction with the development of Fiore Nursery property, 801 North Route 53, the property right across from the entrance to St. Andrews Drive, the village requested right-of-way for a future extension of St. Andrews Drive west of 53. In other words, that would become a signalized intersection for those people at St. Andrews Drive to come out to a stoplight, but it would continue west, curve around into Royce Road for the people traveling east and west. The ordinance accepts 33,000 square feet, which is 0.77 acres of right-of-way property from Fiore. There is no cost to the village, so it's great. It's nice of Fiore to donate that. Had we not extracted that now, and 20 years from now decided to put the road through, we'd have had to go to the owners and probably had to purchase it. So we extracted it out in the development process, so we have the right-of-way for that road extension, and also Elmer Stone has given us the right-of-way. Now it's just a matter of someday coming up with the funds to build it. Questions? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zarate.
Yes.
Trustee Lawler.
Yes.
Trustee Watts.
Yes.
Trustee Hoagland.
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz.
Yes.
The next ordinance is providing for issuance of not to exceed $41,700,000 of Village of Bolingbrook, Will, DuPage County, Illinois, Special Service Area Bonds 2001-1, 2001-2, 2001-3, and 2002-1 Special Taxes Refunding Bond Series 2018, and authorizing the execution of a bond order. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second?
Motion trustee Hoagland, second trustee Zarate. During the late 90s and early 2000s, the village issued several home builders to issue special service area bonds to finance public infrastructure improvements for their subdivisions. The affected areas were Lakewood Ridge, Hoffman Homes, Southgate Park, Town and Country Homes, Augusta Village, Greens in the Links portion, Pulte, and Bloomfield West Kirk Homes. Since the inception of SSAs, some of the homeowners have prepaid their SA tax, but there are still approximately 1,800 homeowners that have the tax on their real estate bill. Interest rates are currently marginally lower than when the bonds were issued. If the bonds are refinanced at today's interest rates, the homeowner will save approximately $45 to $56 a year, about $700 before the bonds mature in 14 years. This ordinance authorizes the refunding of the bonds and sets the parameters for the issuance. This includes a provision that the interest rates go up and the savings go down before the bond sale. The village can withdraw from the process without penalty or expense. The special service area bonds are not a village debt. And again, in a simplistic way, when these home builders came in, it was a new trend in home building across Chicagoland or across the country. We took all the public improvements, which are the streets, sidewalks, street lights, roadways, and carved that out and put them in what's called a special service area. And then the homes were sold independently. The special service area was put on the property tax bill. And then they're paid off through your property tax bill, which in essence makes them tax deductible. Great concept. You still pay the same amount for the home, but you got the tax deductibility of the public improvements. Other home projects, all those costs are divided by the number of homes and assessed per house on a purchase price. Here we just split the public improvements and put it on the property tax bill. Great concept. The problem is, most people, or not most people, a lot of people didn't pay a lot of attention to that. And of course, every year they got that special line in their property tax bill for the special service areas. And it got even worse when people then sold their home and a new buyer came in, and that made it even more complicated. So, needless to say, as far as I'm around, we will not do those kinds of bonds again. It actually saved people money, even though it doesn't seem that way, because you had the tax deductibility of those bonds. Anyway, there's a chance now to refinance those bonds and save people, not a lot of money, but $700 over the period of time. So we will be doing this again with the protection if, for example, interest rates go up before we're able to get to market, we will withdraw through the process. Questions?
So if I heard you right, this will come off their tax bill then?
That's
It
the
will.
Line
motion
item on the
bill.
tax bill now?
It would reduce the taxes. The special service area won't go away for those 1,800 homes, but it will reduce what they have to pay.
And that's a line item on their property tax bill?
That is correct.
All right, and they'll recognize that right away then? All right.
Well, they might recognize it, $45 a year with the property tax assessments and tax rate changes. They may or may not notice that amount of money change, but it's there. Any other questions? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zarate.
Yes.
Trustee Lawler.
Yes.
Trustee Watts.
Yes.
Trustee Hoagland.
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz.
Yes.
The next order is approving real estate contract with Pulte Home Company, Essington Road and Francis Scott Key Boulevard, subject to approval of mayor and village attorney. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Motion trustee Morales, second trustee Lawler. This is a project that was originally presented as a Del Webb project. But when the final analysis got done, Del Webb Corporation, corporate, would not allow a Del Webb development without having a private clubhouse. The original concept, we were going to let them use the Bolingbrook Golf Club clubhouse. But Del Webb said, no, it's got to be an exclusive clubhouse restricted just to Del Webb homeowners. Pulte would like to continue utilizing the same concept and build it as a senior development, same price, same everything. Pulte has agreed to take over the senior project under the same conditions, contract terms, with the same models and same commitments. As of January 9th meeting, the village board approved a letter of intent with Pulte. The letter of intent has been reduced to a contract which is before us tonight. It approves the sale of approximately 48 acres of village-owned land, vacant surplus land, to our stormwater plan to the Pulte Home Company. The property is located east of Essington Road and north of Patriot Place, adjacent to the Bolingbrook Golf Club. The property was acquired as part of the West Side Regional Stormwater Project. The purchase price is $1,314,432, or $27,384 an acre. Pulte plans to develop the property and construct 150 senior restricted single-family homes. The village will receive a stormwater contribution recapture of $1,587,013.50, water and sewer recaptures of $349,039.50, and permit fees of $18,872.74 per lot, a total of $2,830,911. The residents of all 150 homes, and they're thinking it'll be a 3-year build-out, not counting this year because they'll have to do infrastructure this year. Homes should be occupied hopefully early next spring. So basically it's 4 years from now, 3-year build-out. We'll initially pay the golf club $800 a year for each occupied home to use the amenities at the clubhouse. After 3 years, the annual fee will increase based on the club costs and will be added to their assessment, their homeowners assessment, not taxes, their homeowners association assessment. Food, beverages, and golf are all extra charges. The ranch-style homes will start at $295,000 and average $350,000 with additional options. Some units are projected to sell for over $400,000. The ranch-built homes will all have 3-car garages, which includes a golf cart bay. Homes will range in size from 1,700 to 1,950 square feet with a loft option of 200 to 400 square feet. There will be 4 base models with a number of different exterior elevations to select from. Construction would start this fall and the models will be open next spring. There are a number of contingencies, school, park, soil, etc., that need to be completed during the 90-day due diligence period. Pulte does not want to start expending funds without a signed contract, which we will be doing this evening. This ordinance is being passed subject to my approval along with the village attorney so that the remaining open items can be completed. We get a motion? Yes.
Yes.
Questions?
No, very good explanation.
Yes.
Good job, Jimmy. Well, it is a complicated project, but it's, $295,000 to $350,000, as high as $400,000 homes. A lot of these people will be snowbirds. You know, they'll lock it up in November, head south to Arizona or Florida, wherever, California. Return then in spring. They'll have access to the golf course with the golf carts they have in their properties on the golf course trail around holes 15, 16, around to the clubhouse. And it'll be a nice little setup to go over for lunch, whatever, play golf. Those charges for golf and lunch, of course, are extra, but they will be supporting the club through the assessment fee of $800 per home to have that access.
Will the residents have to have a social membership or any type of membership?
Yes, it's assessment that goes on there. They don't have to have a golf cart and not play golf, but some obviously will not do that. Questions? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zarate.
Yes.
Trustee Lawler.
Yes.
Trustee Watts.
Yes.
Trustee Hoagland.
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz.
Yes.
Our last ordinance this evening is directing the sale of real estate owned by the Village of Americana Estates. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Motion trustee Watts, second trustee Zarate. This ordinance revises the lot prices for village-owned lots in Americana Estates. The number of lots have not been priced since 2006 when the Cavalcade Homes opened the development. Since that time, the housing market has imploded, which triggered a recession followed by a slow recovery. Of the 103 lots listed, 57 lots have been sold, 46 lots remain. There's been an increase in inquiries and construction activity this spring. Homes have been built over $1 million there in the last couple of years. This ordinance gives the mayor authority to negotiate prices and fees. There's been inquiries about multiple lot purchase by a single buyer, which could open up the issue of price fees to negotiation. We had a resident, or not a resident, but a person in last week is looking to buy 3 lots. One for a family member and 2 lots, wants to buy 2 lots and position a house in the center lot, which would be we said probably what, $1.3 million?
Yes.
For the home. So there is activity, but at a better case at point, it's the land across the street in the golf course. It's better known as the Bronx Farm. It's a large assemblage of, how many total acres?
700.
700 acres. They were offered $100,000 an acre back in the late 2006, 2007 range. They turned it down. They wanted $110,000 an acre. Today, you can't find a home builder that will buy even 50 acres for more than 60 or 65,000 an acre. So they should have sold. But housing markets change. It's gradually coming back, but who knows how long it'll take and if it'll sustain itself. Questions? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Zarate.
Yes.
Trustee Lawler.
Yes.
Trustee Watts.
Yes.
Trustee Hoagland.
Yes.
Trustee Morales.
Yes.
Trustee Jaskowitz.
Yes.
Questions from the audience? Trustee comments, reports. Trustee Zarate.
Thank you, Mayor. DuPage Township will be hosting their Kids Fest on Thursday, June 7th. The event is free. It starts at 11 and will run until 2 o'clock. There will be games, food, fun. It's a free event, so please, if you wanted to get your kids out of the house to have a good time, and you as well, we really would like for you to come out. The address is 241 Canterbury Lane in Bolingbrook. And I also have the save the date. The 15th anniversary of H2O golf outing and Christmas in July gala dinner. This event is benefiting Hardhaven Outreach H2O and the youth of our community on Thursday, July 12th at the Bolingbrook Golf Club, 201 Rodeo Drive. Schedule of events, 11 a.m. golf registration opens, 11:15 lunch for golfers, 12:30 golf outing shotgun start, 6 p.m. dinner registration and social hour, 7 p.m. will be dinner, auction, and program. The event registration and sponsorship information, please call 630-226-8403. It is a wonderful event, and we really would love if you could come out and support our youth of Bolingbrook. H2O does a wonderful thing to help our youth, so please try to get out there. It's a good time. Thank you.
Thank you. Want to comment on an event that influences an upcoming event that we'll talk about, but pretty creative approach. Mora Asian Fusion in the Promenade hosted an Asian Fest last Saturday at outside their restaurant, and it promoted several different activities, several different performances from various parts of the Asian culture, and they also hosted a buffet and music and things like that. So it was a pretty good success. It also featured and benefited the Michael J. Fox Foundation. Jimmy Choi, who's a Bolingbrook High School alumni, is been competing in American Ninja, and so there's money raised to benefit that organization, and he's going to be competing on Monday, June 18th on NBC from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So you can see Jimmy Choi is afflicted with Parkinson's disease, so he's helping raise money for Parkinson's research and in affiliation with the Michael J. Fox Foundation. But the Asian Fest did a good job in covering 2 points. One, promoting diversity in Bolingbrook and helping folks come to a better understanding of it, and then raising money for a great cause. Part of that group, the Filipino community, is going to have, before we get together again, on June 9th, behind Village Hall here at the Performing Arts Center, Fiesta Pinoy, which is, I'd say we had between 8,000 and 10,000 people attend from all over the area. Great way to get to understand the Philippine culture with performances and food and a lot of different activities. So mark your calendar for that. That goes from noon until 10 p.m. Might start at 11, but noon until at least 10 p.m. And it's a great way to get to know your neighbors and understand different cultures. June 2nd and 3rd, Cavalcade of Planes. If you have not been out to Clower Airport in the first weekend in June over the last number of years, it's a great event. There's going to be Ford Trimotor, which is the first commercial airline. Rides are going to be available. I just encourage you to go see a video representing what the event was in prior years at cavalcadeofplanes.org, and then you can get some tickets. It is paid to get in, but they expect over 10,000 people for the weekend, June 2nd and 3rd. And then starting June 6th, the Summer Concert Series behind Village Hall, every Wednesday at 7:30. The first 5 concerts are hosted by the Bolingbrook Park District. Another great collaboration between governmental agencies, and the remaining ones are presented by the Village of Bolingbrook. On Thursdays at the Promenade, every Thursday, starting at 7:30, same as the Village, they have concerts going as well. You can go to the Promenade to get information about those concerts and the Village of Bolingbrook website for that. And then one last thing about the Lions Club, which the mayor and I are members of, is hosting a tournament for visually impaired athletes, a BEEP baseball tournament, and fundraisers have been held, but the event is coming in. Teams come in from all over the country and compete. It's a fascinating competition, and the teams really appreciate the support coming in from all over the country and how well the Bolingbrook Lions Club hosts them. So if you want to see some great athletes, the competition is Saturday, June 9th during the day, and they'll have the playoffs of the finals on Sunday. A lot of interesting events. Thank you.
Done?
I am done.
Good evening, everyone. I have a few announcements myself. Want to start by congratulating all the Beautification Commission Arbor Day poster contest winners. It's always a great thing to acknowledge our youth and sort of inspire them and encourage them to continue to do great things. So it all starts at this age. So we're glad to be able to do that. A few announcements, as I mentioned, Northern Illinois Food Bank, in conjunction with New Hope Church, would like everyone to know that they have a mobile food pantry, and that's first Mondays of each month, except for Labor Day, and that's between the hours of 4 p.m. and 6 p.m., starting on June 4th. So if you know anyone in need, please share that information. You can go to www.solvehungertoday.org/gethelp for additional information. We also have Senior Services of Will County presenting Learning My Options, Senior Health and Wellness Check. That's taking place June 4th, 2018. They're having health screenings between the hours of 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. at the Bolingbrook Promenade. They'll have free screenings, workshops, hearing, vision, respiratory, blood pressure check, blood sugar, and more. So contact information, 815-723-9713. You can call that number for additional information. They're going to have lunch, raffles, prizes, and entertainment. So keep that one in mind. That's June 4th. Coffee with the Chief. First one, well, this one coming up is going to be June 5th at the Nest, 2001 Rodeo Drive, at the golf club there, the Nest Restaurant. Take advantage of this opportunity to meet with Public Safety Director Ken Teppel and other members of the Police and Fire Department, and you in a casual setting where you can ask any questions that you might have. And we know that Ken Teppel was very big on community policing and being engaged in the community. So we appreciate Public Safety Director Ken doing that for us in the community. Finally, save the date, Saturday, June 16th, for the Juneteenth Community Festival, and everyone is invited to come out. It's between the hours of 12 and 10 p.m. behind Village Hall at the Performing Arts Center, 375 West Briarcliff. For additional information, you can go to bbjuneteenth.com. That's www.bbjuneteenth.com for additional information. Thank you.
Thank you. Bolingbrook is having their 34th annual village picnic on June 24th. This is a great day. There's free train rides, free activities, free petting zoo, free hot dogs, free hot dog eating contest. And we're always looking for contestants. Free egg toss contests and free climbing wall. The events of the day start out at 5:30 a.m. and run to 11:30 a.m. is the fishing derby. There's bingo at 12:30 through 5:30. The hot dog eating contest is at 12:40 sharp on the stage. Stage entertainment is from 1:20 through 6 p.m. The egg toss contest is at 2 p.m. Big Notes Big Band on stage at 5. This is a great event. Please come out and enjoy it. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. This weekend is Memorial Day weekend, so Memorial Day services will be presented on the 28th, Monday the 28th. Wreath presentations, 9:30 a.m. at Boardman Cemetery, and then at 10 a.m. at Hillcrest Cemetery. 11 a.m. will be the ceremony at Town Center here at Veterans Memorial at Village on the Village grounds. Please remember that Memorial Day is to remember those that paid the ultimate price in service to our country. Also during the weekend, we will have the Memorial Day Weekend Carnival here on the Village grounds, starting May 25th through the 28th. All kinds of rides for the kids. Friday 6 to 10, Saturday 1 to 10, Sunday 1 to 10, and then Monday 1 to 6. I apologize for being late this evening. I was at an award ceremony at the Neuqua Valley High School. I'm very proud of my son who is graduating this weekend. As a parent of a high school student, I have to say that our hearts go out, my heart and everyone here, I'm sure, goes out to those families that were affected by the unfortunate events at schools in our nation this past week. I can't even imagine what it feels like to lose a child in high school, especially having one that's graduating. It's I've been very thoughtful about this, and all I can say is that I ask parents, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, family members, embrace your kids, teach your kids well, teach them what love is, and be involved with them. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
If you're in need of a new job, a new trade, or just looking to change careers, the Power Connection over at 999 Remington Boulevard is starting forklift certification classes. And if you know anything about this village, we have a lot of warehouses that need forklift drivers. And the classes are June 14th through the 20th. They have morning, afternoon, and evening classes. So hopefully you can fit everybody's schedule. But it's first come, first served. They fill up fast. You can call Power Connection at 630-679-6899 if you're looking to develop a new trade. I mentioned this last time, but the Bolingbrook Pride and Picnic is June 10th, Sunday. It starts at 3 o'clock at the James Bone Wood. It's at 410 North Schmidt Road. Help come out and celebrate the diversity of the village. If you're interested in what's going on in Springfield, there is a town hall that is going to take place here on June 12th at the library, at the Fountaindale Library. All four of our state reps, our 2 senators and our 2 state representatives will be in attendance. It starts at 6:30 and only goes till 7:30. So they'll start on time. If you want to come out, ask what's going on in Springfield and find out what's going on with our budget, pension, and everything else, now's the time to put that on your calendar. June 12th, 6:30 at the Fountaindale Library. And then finally, volunteers are needed to help with taking our many residents who are not U.S. citizens and having them apply to become a U.S. citizen. The Southwest Suburban Immigration Project, along with the Friendship United Methodist Church, is hosting a workshop to help immigrants and that fill out applications. This is taking place on June 23rd. Volunteer training, and it's very easy to be a volunteer. Basically, you're helping them complete their application process and so on, is Wednesday, June 20th from 6:30 to 8:30. They need volunteers to help them conduct this workshop and help other people become U.S. citizens. The Southwest Suburban Immigration Project phone number is 630-296-6755, and we appreciate both what they do and what the what the Friendship United Methodist Church is doing. Thank you.
We have no other business, no executive session, so a motion adjourned is in order. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion trustee Hogan, second trustee Lawler. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We stand adjourned.